Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. It's Saturday, and if you played this morning, hopefully it's not been too worrying for you. Hopefully you're celebrating a nice round. Let's talk today about chipping and pitching. We're going to be talking about how it's all in the wrist, what feelings I want you to use around the green for those short shots, and how we can build it into a longer pitch shot. This is going to be so good for you. So let's start off by just actually throwing a golf ball. So this is where I think we all go a little bit wrong. We try and get the chipping to be wooden. I want you to get a little bit of feel back into your chipping. So just watch my right hand here and we'll give you a slow motion of what's going to happen here when I throw this ball away. If I'm going to underarm throw it towards target, it's not a rigid move. There's an element of flow to it. So what I want you to feel here is, and this is what I like to feel in these short chip shots. I'm going to hit one here, we're going to operate and move a little bit closer for those tight in ones as well. What I want you to get the feeling of, we have a little bit of relaxedness into that right trail wrist. So you can see here, this butt of the club is sort of staying pointing at me throughout the whole chip. It's not travelling away and becoming too wooden. There's a nice element of it feeling as though it's pointing at me. And if you just concentrate here, if you come a little bit closer, what you can see here, if I just do this one-handed, a little bit of breakaway. If I was doing no wrist break, it'd stay very much like this. So back, make this angle a little bit bigger, come back into the golf ball. So this is what I want you to get that feeling of. Now you'll notice, what's happening down on the ground now, I've got speed, which is nice. We need some speed in chipping. We don't have enough very often. Also, I've got that back edge really doing the business for me. So I want you to always take 3 golf balls minimum onto the practice area. I want you to hit one where we're going to hook in our left arm onto our right elbow or our lead onto our trail like this. And I want you just to pivot around yourself, because actually if you do this one-handed, your wrist naturally makes this nice motion. So remember, this is our chipping motion. Thumbs are still staying pointing to the ground, but this is what we're looking for, okay? So if I showed you here. Okay, so first ball, I want you just to chip away, one-handed, get that feeling of that ball working up the face, that nice feeling of the chip. We then want to do that same thing with 2 hands on the club. Not towards the target to begin with, just get that feeling of strike back. That's what we're here for. We're here to get that strike. Second ball away. Do you hear that nice click? What we're after. The third ball, now I want you to get into hitting this towards the target. So I'm going to use this close-up one now. If you follow it round a little bit. What I want you to understand is what you're looking for in the wrists with this chip. Can I feel an element of softness? This is going to give me feel, this is going to give me a little bit of speed, it's also going to give me more consistency. If this is all moving and lifting and changing because we're too wooden, we're going to find it hard to chip, especially through thick, heavy rough. So let's choose this close-up one now before we change scenario. Let the club drop onto the ball, allow me to get that downwards hit, allows me to get that nice strike. So let's take 3 more into a thicker rough. So come this way with me. We're going to go just into the rough here before we hit some more of these pitch shots sort of scenario. Because as we get into summer, this rough's going to get a little bit juicier and it's going to be harder to chip out of. So if we think about it this way, what we're looking to do is, if we're in a thick lie like we are right here, what we want to have that ability to do is use this wrist again. If it's too wooden, this club's going to get caught up in the clunkiness of the rough. We want to be able to do the same motion, back and through. Got an element of softness to the shot. Second ball again, we're just going to hit it into open space, get that feeling of thumb still pointing to the ground, but a softness in those wrists. Now, I've got speed at the bottom of the hip. It's not speed where it's going to fly away, it's speed where I can get through the rough. It's speed where I can get a nice chat, a nice strike, some nice spin. Okay, and then I'm going to hit one away to that far flag and get that feeling. You can hear the noise. There's a lot more flow to this. There's a lot more feel to this shot. And I really think that's a missing part of most of our chipping games right now, the feel. So this is what I want you to feel. Arm up in front of us, nice bit of flex in this right arm. What we want to feel is it's not chipping like this, chipping like this. Like if you're going to underarm throw that golf ball. Thumb still pointing to the ground, but I've got an element of softness. Let's now move this onto the pitch shot, a little bit further away to that smelly 50-yard area. So there's still time to enter this amazing giveaway. I've teamed up with Mail Order Golf to bring you this PGA Tour bundle. It's easy. You can have your chance to win this. Subscribe to my channel and make sure you click the link down below and fill in your details to be in with a chance to enter. 1 day left. So let's go and find that 50 sort of yard area. And this is an important point actually. I've talked about this before. Come over this way, we'll get more over this side. Are you a person who uses a laser or a watch? Get in those comments down below, because I think we've got to have a balance. I mean, obviously an ideal situation is we have a watch which gives us an overall, we have a laser which gets us more a definite yardage. But I'd love to hear what kind of you're gaming right now, what brand, and get in those comments down there. So let's go to that horrible smelly little 50-yard yardage. Okay, 48 to the back flag. I think that'll do. We're pretty close. So this is where I think a lot of people are faltering. Is it a chip? Is it a pitch? Right now to this back flag, I could do either or. I could get my pitching wedge, do more of a chipping swing. I could fly in there a little bit higher with more of a pitching swing. What do I do? Well, I guess the answer to this question is you've got to experiment. Coming on a practice area like this, trying that more pitching, trying that more chipping is the way forward. But what I want to do right now is talk to you about the differences now in this pitch shot. So we signified that chip before of not being wooden and trying to feel as though our thumbs stay pointing towards the ground with a softness to this trail wrist. What I want us to feel now, our right arm's going to fold a little bit more and our thumbs are going to point more up to the sky. Up to the sky. So again, this would signify a little bit more of a second lever, L shape, a little bit more speed, a little bit more length to the swing, more of what I'd class as a pitching shot. So I grip in the middle, thumbs to the sky, thumbs to the sky. This is what energy I want you to put into the shot. Again, all I would do is, my chip shot was on this short journey. All I've done is taken this journey a little bit longer. So actually, the motion is very much the same, but just longer on its journey. It's not 2 swings, but it is 2 swings. It's the same swing, just a little bit further on. I know that sounded like quite complicated, but you understand what I mean. If I was chipping, I'd be here. If I extended that chipping, I'd go somewhere here. Extended a little bit further, I'd be sort of more thumb behind me. A little bit further again, I'd be thumb up. It's the same, but different. Same, but different. So let's do the same thing again. We're not going to hit one-handed now. We're just going to make a one-handed practice swing. Okay? Make a couple of those just to get a feeling. First 2, just want you to hit them away, getting a feeling of strike. We should be trying to bruise that ground, take a little bit of a divot on this for more of a pitch shot. That's what I'd definitely be looking for. Now I want you to hit 2, hitting them towards that target. Down there at 50, how close can we get? And we will walk up to the green and show you these. A little bit long, that one. We're on the green. And then my final one. But you can see, as I'm hitting this, I've got a flow to it. It's not wooden. And that's what we've got to have. Flow. Flow to short game actually brings consistency and feel. A little bit long, that one. Wasn't quite my best one. Let's walk up. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. A simple way to get a great feeling between your chipping and your pitching shots. It's all in the wrist. Can we feel we soften it? Can we feel thumb stays pointing to the ground on our chip shots, and then it goes a little bit higher on our pitch shots? Hopefully you really enjoyed that video, and if you did, don't forget to join this team by hitting that big red subscribe button, and also if you did really enjoy it, share it with a friend. It helps me and it helps this channel grow. Thanks guys, see you tomorrow.